Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Chester wanted to introduce this. I hope you're all well. Welcome to today's upload. This is a whole house speed clean with me. So it's not a deep clean, it's just sort of a surface clean. A lot of things to put away. I filmed this in the last week of the school term. I'd been on some DSL training that had finished early. It finished at 3. I was home by 1:15. So I made the most of the early evening and thought I'd just pick up. Because as you see, our back room always ends up as a laundrette. So I actually decided to start in here this day. I don't normally, but I thought this was the room. There was so much washing to put away. I didn't see the point in doing the bedroom before I'd pulled all this into the bedroom. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just taking it all out, putting it all on the bed, ready to be put away, putting a few bits away that needed to be, like all these shoes. I tend to wear like a different pair of shoes every day, and I love having lots of shoes. I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to footwear, and yeah, they end up everywhere, so apologies to Matt. I thought I'd just give this room a little bit of a clean. I'm sorry if you're squeamish even, and you're not keen on snakes, because mine have woken up, well, because they can see me. But I just decided to polish all the front, and then there were some snake sheds in there, so I took them out, and then went and refilled their water bowls up. So they had some nice fresh water, and then I just carried on dusting the room. There were lots of cobwebs at the top, so I got one of those extendable dusters and kind of just did that and polished all the windowsill. And then Chester, as always, wanted to cuddle, and when I went to put him down, nope, he says. And so we cuddled for a bit longer. I do love him, but he's an absolute baby, he really is. So yeah, as you can see, it looks quite sunny out. That sunshine did not last for long. In a minute you'll see there was a beautiful British storm heading our way, which you'll see a little bit later on in the video. But yeah, I just decided, I don't know why, but dusting is my favourite job, so I quite enjoy doing it. Even if it doesn't need to be done, I do it anyway. But there were, as I say, quite a lot of cobwebs all up and around. At this point I just put a few board games away. Matt and I had a bit of a date night, played some board games, so I put those away. And then I just finished this room by giving it a little bit of a hoover. I've decided today's video not to do music. I've decided just to chat to you throughout, but feel free to mute me and put your own music on if that's what you prefer. But it was a much shorter video. As I say, I think I cleaned for about 2.5 hours, and it shortened down to sort of just over 15 minutes worth of footage, so I didn't think that was too bad actually. And I managed to get this edited a lot sooner than I normally do. Normally videos like this sit on my hard drive for ages and ages. I decided to get some washing done as well, so while I was doing that my towels were washing, and we've just hung them out in here. As I say, this is just convenient because it's upstairs. And then I just finished off with a little bit of air freshener. I do love any of the sort of Febreze ones, but the ones that are the Unstoppables as well, I think they're just definitely the best ones. And you'll see the dog follows me literally everywhere. He is my absolute shadow. There was a load of stuff that had been dumped on the banister. You'll see that I tend to watch YouTube when I'm doing things like this, and I tend to watch people also decluttering or cleaning. I realised I'd watched that video before, so I just found a different one. And then I had a basket of just some bits that needed to be put away, and a backpack I'd used for a weekend away and then hadn't put away, another board game, and then there was a load of washing that needed to be done, so I just took that downstairs out of the way. I'm intentionally not showing you the bathroom because it needs a full video. You'll have just seen me covering up my leg with a bandage. Basically, I tore my calf muscle at school a couple of weeks prior to this video, and it went again when I was going up and down the stairs. So here's Chester just cheering me up, giving me some kisses. He does love a cuddle, as I say. But I've been using a compression bandage just to kind of help, because it really is quite painful. And then once I'd finished giving my dog a little cuddle, I hoovered the landing. This carpet is horrible. That bald spot, that was my dog. And here is the Great British weather that arrived. So I thought I would just share this with you, because as I say, it was bright sunshine a second ago. It's supposed to be summer on its way, but it's not. Does the rain stop the dog? No. Chester, will you come in? You come inside now? No, he says. He loves the water, this dog. Come on, I'm going to shut the door. Ooh. Yeah. Forgot I'd left that door open. Now I have incredibly wet floor. Better get the mop. So once I'd mopped up that floor, I came upstairs and Chester had been sick last night, or the night before this video, which was what those stains are on the landing, because he'd eaten carrot and then his carroty sick had stained our carpet. So I just took the Dr. Beckman pet stain remover, pushed the dog out of the way, and then just scrubbed the carpet a great deal. I did come back and blot this afterwards, but I just didn't film it. But yeah, I did find that this actually managed to get the stain out quite well, so that was that. And then I moved into the bedroom. So this is the mountain of stuff that I'd taken out of the back room. So I just started putting it all away. And then Matt's really good at putting washing away, but he tends to put them in different places to where I would put them. So I also find that I move things around a little bit while I'm putting things away as well. I definitely need to go through my wardrobe. I've done a couple of wardrobe videos, and then I did a couple that I never actually finished and then didn't upload. But I really need to, at some point, sort of where we're moving into summer, go through all of my clothes. We have a lot of broken hangers, so then we find that we run out of hangers. We can't hang everything up. But rather than buy more hangers, I'm going to try and declutter some of my clothing. I keep asking Matt if he wants to do his, but he's not so keen. But eventually, perhaps, we'll get him to go through his wardrobe as well. Yeah, just grab my laptop. As I say, I quite enjoy just having something on in the background. And if I'm not filming when I'm cleaning, then I tend to use my phone because I listen to audiobooks, and then I don't need to look at anything. But because I decided to film this one, that's why I'm using the laptop. I'm just pop some of my hair stuff away, and then folding up all my pajamas, putting them in my pajama drawer, which, as always, is getting a little bit full. I've been watching Hoarders on the TV recently, like the Sky TV programme. And I do think that I suffer mildly, and I'm saying this very lightly, because I do have real attachment to objects. I find it really hard to get rid of. I've got rid of sort of 300 items in the last couple of declutter videos that I've done for the channel. But I really do find it difficult to part with things, and I'm really working on it. Oh, sorry. The screensaver's coming on the TV and it terrifies the dog. Let me take that off a second. There you go. Is it gone? Thanks, Chester. So yeah, I do still need to work on sort of getting rid of things. And I've been really conscious this year of buying a lot less stuff. But I'm a very impulsive shopper as well, as you know, from the hundreds of hauls on the channel. So I do need to be really, really careful with sort of everything that I'm bringing in, and more mindful of getting rid of things. It's why I do the empties video, because I find that it makes me use things up, and it makes me a little bit mindful of then when I'm buying things. And I know I've said that before, but for example, if I know I get rid of bubble baths every month, so I have no shame in buying more bubble bath. But there's certain things I think, well, I don't use that up, why am I buying more of it? So yeah, it just makes me more mindful in that sense. But I digress. You'll have seen me put all Matt's things away. You'll see his drawers are not well organised, but it's not for me to tell him how to have his wardrobe, so I just shove his bits in. And then I've just gone round, put all my underwear away because I keep it in my bedside table, and then just dusted off a little bit. The bedroom wasn't too bad actually, and it was midweek. But I decided I was just going to give it another dust, because then it meant I didn't have to do it the weekend. And I dumped a load of stuff down the side of the bed, so I needed to pick all of that up and get rid of it. Oh, left alone. Oh, this is me now taking all my knitting out and putting it into the craft room and just getting rid of that. Probably should have cut some of this footage out and emptying the bin and whatnot. And then I have all of these tea towels on the bed, and I started trying to fold them up. And the dog thought it was a game, so you'll see me struggle for ages to fold all of these tea towels because he kept climbing on them. So I thought, oh, he just wants a fuss, let me give him a cuddle. No, every single one, he kept pulling it back down again. So it took me ages. I ended up having to fold them on my lap and leave that one there for him to chew on. So he was a bit distracted. It's like having a toddler in some senses. Obviously not the same. I'm not suggesting that having a dog is the same as having a child, so don't jump down my throat. But yeah, he is very, very needy, bless him. Just carried on dusting the bedroom. So done my windowsill, cleaned all my picture frames and whatnot. I've mentioned before on the channel, but if you're new, I've got a farm behind the back of the house, and this is just, and there's a motorway sort of a stone's throw away from that. and we just find that this house gets incredibly dusty, and like visibly so within a week. It's really, really bad. But good job I love dusting, because that's what I feel like I seem to do all the time. And then we keep some bits under the bed, and this is normally really well organised, but I took some of my summer stuff out and it all just spilled out the bag, and I've just left it. So that underbed needs some serious work. And then this is an outfit that I wore to a friend's wedding recently with the petticoat as well, but I realised the laundry capsule had stuck to the petticoat and it hadn't dissolved completely. So I've taken that back downstairs to wash. And then I thought, do you know what? I'm going to make the bed. I think I hadn't at the weekend because I was lazy, and I'd forgotten to put the mattress protector back on once we'd washed it. Because I wash it every few weeks or so, just because I think it's a good idea. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to change the bed. And then again, another job I don't have to do at the weekend. And if you watch my last, one of my last Clean With Me's, you'll know that when I was flicking the duvet, I flicked the dog off the bed. So I was really careful to make sure he wasn't on it when I was flicking the duvet. And if you haven't seen that, I'm going to link it up at the top in a card. You've got to go back and watch it. It's hilarious. I slowed him down, and it really, really tickled me. But yeah, so that's the bed made. And then what did I do after that? I probably hoovered it. Hopefully, yep, I did. I hoovered the bedroom. I tend to work top down, which a lot of people would know to do anyway, but just do all the high stuff and then move down to hoovering. Gave the mirror a little bit of a wipe with a glass cleaner, and then finished off with a little spray of air freshener. I've actually run out of Febreze. So normally I would spray the bedding and things with Febreze, but I don't have any, and I can't find the pet-friendly one, which is the one I'd prefer. So every time I clean, I fill the banister again. So then I have to empty the banister again. And then there's my dog. Oh, and then our banisters. So I've got the Mr. Sheen polish. Our banisters are filthy. I don't think I've ever cleaned these since we moved in, and they are black with dirt. And I thought that these were sort of a goner. And I decided, you know what, while I'm doing this video, let me see what happens if I use some polish. And I could not believe how easily this was coming off. So I think it's probably a combination of handprints of people going down and using the banister, along with just dust generally settling anyway, because down the back it was thick with dust. So I kind of run my cloth down the back. Oh, this is a bit dizzy, I'm really sorry. So you see all those clumps of dust. I don't know why I sped this up. This is horrible. And then, as I say, the fronts and the sides and things were just really, really dirty. I'm so sorry if that's made you dizzy. I definitely should have done better editing there. Luckily, I then got my stand, and you can see sort of the marks on that as I move my way down, and you'll see how much more they're coming off. So it's definitely a job we should have done a lot sooner. But I'm pleased that it's a job that we've done. I thought I sped this bit up. I'm not going back and editing again. It's sheer laziness on my part, to be honest. But yeah, so as I say, I wish I'd done this a little bit sooner. But knowing that how easily I was able to get this off, it's something that I wouldn't leave as long next time. Every time I sort of hoover the hall and stairs, it wouldn't take me long to now just go through and give this a little quick wipe over so it doesn't get this bad in future. I did do the bit on the other side where the coats are as well, which wasn't too bad because the coats were covering them, but you'll see on the end that I was just able to shift some of the dirt, and you saw how dirty the cloth was. And then I moved to the kitchen. The kitchen wasn't too bad. We had a little bit of washing up. We'd made a big bowl of tuna pasta, and all the washing that was upstairs I'd brought down. So my favourite thing to do, which I've mentioned several times, is to sort loads into bags, and then I organise them into a little queue for the washing machine, and it just helps me keep organised with the washing, and it saves me having several laundry baskets because I just use carry bags and things. So yeah, just did a little bit of washing up, and then once I did the washing up, I just went around and gave the sides a little bit of a clean because, well, it's a kitchen, you need to clean the sides. And I've been using this Fabuloso. It's like a marshmallow one, and I absolutely despise the scent of it. And this is where I can't just get rid of things. I bought it, I paid money for it, and I don't want to just put things in the bin. So I will use it up. Despite the fact that I hate the smell, I will use up this Fabuloso spray. I will not be wasteful. I did just dry up a little bit. I gave the sink a bit of a clean, which I'd done a really good scrub of that at the weekend, so it didn't take too long. popped the tea towels away, and Matt came home from work while I was doing this little bit as well. Gave the sides a wipe, and then realised that when we'd boiled some chicken for the dog, it overflown on the pan and got all over the oven. So just sprayed a little bit of disinfectant and gave that a wipe with it's not a Minky, it's like a fake Minky from from Pound Stretcher actually. It's got unicorns and palm trees and stuff, it's cute. It does the job, does the same thing. And that's the one that I've got at the moment. So I just gave that a bit of a scrub. And then I finish off with some stainless steel spray on the sink and the tap. And then the trick with this is to use a dry cloth, not a wet cloth, to sort of buff it in. This is a really old sink. It was here when we moved in. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done in our house, as you can tell by our sort of half-done disgusting kitchen. But we will eventually get round to doing it. And then I poured a little bit of Fabulosa down the drain and a little bit with some really hot water in the bowl. I did what Mrs. Hinch said would be to put your cloths to bed. And then I finished the kitchen with a little hoover and a mop, and then just moved the washing over to do the other side. And that was the last of my clean, because then I decided to stop, cook dinner and have a chill ready for work the next day. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and give this video a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Love to you all. Bye.